Everyone feared Sebastian Vale not because he was cruel, but because he was untouchable. The billionaire tech tycoon who ruled boardrooms from a wheelchair. The man whose legs stopped working after the accident that killed his fiancée. The man who decided that if he couldn't walk, he wouldn't love again either. His mansion sat on a hill, cold and silent, just like his heart. Then Elena came. She was hired as his personal maid and assistant not because she had experience, but because she was the only one desperate enough to take the job everyone else quit. Sebastian was difficult, sharp-tongued, distant, broken in ways money couldn't fix. On her first day, he said to her without even looking up, "Don't pity me. I don't need kindness." She replied softly, "Good. I didn't come to pity you. I came to work." And for the first time in years, someone spoke to him like he was normal. Elena didn't treat him like a fragile billionaire in a wheelchair. She argued with him, teased him, challenged him. And when he pushed everyone away, she stayed. Late one night, she found him in the therapy room, staring at the parallel bars he hadn't touched in months. "They say I might walk again," he said bitterly. "But hope is more painful than the truth." She stepped closer. "Then don't hope for walking. Hope for living." The next morning, she dragged him to therapy herself. Day after day, she stood beside him as he trembled, held his shoulders when he almost fell, wiped his tears when the pain was too much. And slowly, very slowly, Sebastian began to change. Not just his body but his heart. He started smiling, started dreaming, started believing he was still worthy of love. Then Elena disappeared. No goodbye, no explanation. Sebastian searched everywhere. Finally, he found her in a small clinic, weak and pale. Her mother needed a kidney transplant and Elena had given hers. She was leaving the job because she didn't want him to see her fragile. He knelt before her wheelchair. Yes, knelt. For the first time in 3 years, Sebastian stood. Not perfectly, not strongly, but enough. Enough to hold her hands. Enough to say the words he'd been carrying in his heart. "I thought losing my legs was the worst thing that could happen to me. But losing you would destroy me." Tears streamed down Elena's face as he pulled her into his arms. From that day on, Sebastian kept fighting not just to walk, but to live fully. And the world saw a miracle. They said the billionaire learned to walk again. But the truth? He had already learned something more powerful. He learned how to love again.